Hello there. Biden is constant political cock-ups in front of the world. Um, he flew over to Japan due to the situation in that area. There's growing tensions between Washington and Peking, and a what you may call it from the White House had to take a domestic fly out, and make him sign that bill which was passed in Congress, which needs the president's firm to become law abiding in America. $40 billion package, or bribes, I should say. Oh, dopey Biden. I shall return back to the $40 billion question afterwards. Biden's been releasing a lot of hostile statements against China. And obviously, in the area with the thing of Taiwan, is not exactly a good thing. It's not constructive at all. It's just practically feeding the fire, chucking petrol on the fire. And the staff has to ratify with other statements. What you can do when you've got no fart as a president of America is incapable of pushing the wrong button, and everything will go to hell. Regarding that $40 billion package, amazingly they passed. Don't know how they done it. It's all loans for military aid to Ukraine. Means America has lent money for them. wait for it, to buy American produced weapons from the United States of America and use it against conflict with Russia. The problem is, weapons may take months, probably a year or two to build, depending on what they are. Especially when it comes to more complicated hardware. Talking about probably missile systems and other type of weapon systems like that. Missiles, basically. Only $6 billion goes towards a collapsing economy, which, who knows, it may go broke, that of Ukraine. So it's been like during World War Two. Allies done the same thing. It was loans, and yet they purchased American-made weapons. It's basically the same thing after the war, the Marshall Plan. We'll give you this money as long as you purchase American goods. And I think many believe all this money will disappear in the pockets of politicians in the West, the oligarchies in Ukraine, and basically you'll see very little of that money. Every time America goes into war, it's a costly business. The amount of money they spent on every single conflict is astronomical, and the benefits absolutely zero, a disaster. And not enough. Last year, when Biden ordered a withdrawal from Afghanistan, had to leave everything in a rush, and Americans left behind $85 billion of hardware. And we're not talking about clapped out tanks and military trucks and jeeps. There are a lot of new stuff they left behind, new helicopters, type of Apache, spanking brand new missiles, and that stuff like that. Now they're in the hands of the Taliban now. Therefore, the terrorists of the world are going to have a field day now. If you have a weak American president, he's going to have a lot more enemies in future around, not just them. And obviously, to round off, probably the next conflict will be Taiwan. Taiwan's very important. They produce microchips and microprocessors. Civilian and military electronics use them. So if China gets their hands on Taiwan, I think for the West, it could be a very, very, very serious problem. There's been news warships are in that area there around Taiwan. Well, not in territorial waters, they're probably in international waters. And obviously, Japan has been asked to have nuclear missiles on its soil. Very strange that is.